Welcome to the alltabme.com podcast. This is Bruce, John, and Tristan coming to you live on this Monday after the last beta weekend 3 of Guild Wars 2. Oh, but also, because that means that the game is releasing next month.
Yes!
Yeah. So we're all kind of happy, excited about it. Lots of accidents happening outside my house, hence the ambulances. And we wanted to talk about, basically have a wrap-up from the beta. We were going to talk about another thing that we actually prepared for, but after playing the beta weekend, we decided we're going to push that to podcast number 6. And this weekend was just going to be us three, kind of chatting about what happened this weekend, what we liked, what we didn't like, and what we did with our guild, and, you know, just kind of shoot the shit about Guild Wars 2. Sounds about right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I know what I did when I first logged in. I will save that story. What did you do, Bruce?
Well, I didn't really get to get in until Saturday, so I lost all of Friday. As some of you may notice, I'm not in my usual scenario. I'm on a business trip indefinitely for a while, so we're going to be doing podcasts from my hotel room. Yippee. Yes, again, I apologize for quality, but you know what? It's the best we could do with the amount of time and effort we have.
I'm just waiting for like a little Korean hooker to like tilt
Saturday,
in. Be like, I love you. Honey, when you come down, I love pillow.
If that's what you really want. But no, I was really excited because this time around we ended up having a lot of beta keys, and a lot of my friends didn't have access to beta, so for the first 2 betas, so I was able to play with my friends. I've been telling for so long, you have to try this game, you have to try this out, you have to do this, please, for the love of God. If you have any inclination of MMO need, please just try it. So I ended up getting some of my buddies around for Saturday, and it was actually really nice that I had the background to play the first 2 betas. So whenever they had an issue, they were like, "Hey Bruce, do you know like what I should be doing right now?" It's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" It's like, "Oh, I made a character." It's like, all right, step 1, do this, step 2, do that, and just kind of, you know, just start exploring and enjoy it. And then once they got a handle of it, Saturday afternoon, we started to do some structured PvP, and
yes, that
was the big part of my weekend. Yes, I spent good 80% of my time this weekend unstructured, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it was just nice to play with my real-life friends. I love playing with guildies, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a different chemistry when you... Well, I mean, we have a different chemistry from WoW back in the day, but now some of the new guys, you know, I'm still trying to learn their rhythms, what they do, what they enjoy. Yes, they all love my cock. So it was nice to go back and play with some... It was nice to play with some real-life friends from 10, 15 years ago, where it was just nice. It was very different.
Okay.
Understandable.
There, I have the censor bleep sound effect that I can just play every time that you say the cock. Jeez. Oh. There we go. My bad. I didn't just say... Okay. Anyway.
There you go. That worked.
Well...
Miserable.
No, all I can think about is
That doesn't seem any different from any other day.
Okay, so I'm still really tired from the damn beta weekend because what we decided to do was we decided in the beginning of the... And hold on, I'm going to cue this up underneath so you can watch the video. What we decided to do was we decided to make a Machinima a long time ago when WoW first came out, 8 years ago? I don't know, something like that.
Just about.
In the beta weekend, the last beta weekend, there was 3 hours left, and I had been listening to and don't make fun of... Well, yeah, go ahead and make fun of me. I was listening to Celine Dion, and a song came on called I Surrender, and I was like, cool, this is, you know, this has some bravado, it's very, you know, emotional, and I was like, holy shit, I just had like this like epiphany. I could make a story in World of Warcraft about it. And I'd seen Machinima, and I didn't really know what it was, and I didn't know how to video edit. I didn't know anything. I didn't have any programs. So in the last 3 hours, we were just like, me and my best friend Chris, we started running around. We were like, let's just start videotaping some stuff. And so I was like, you play the chick and I'll play the guy, and like we just did this stupid shit, and it ended up being really cool. Anywho, fast forward 8 years later, and Guild Wars 2 comes out, and we're in the last beta week, and I was like, you know what would be really cool is if I could recreate that first storyline Machinima and have it be the first storyline Machinima for Guild Wars 2. So Zachus and myself and one of our guildies, Rookson, and my friend Puff, we all jumped in game. Zachus played the male. I also played the male. Puff and my other friend Rookson, they played the female. And for the first, I'd like to say 10, 12 hours of the game, all we did was we ran around and we got all the shots we need. We had it shot listed and all that stuff, and we just kind of ran around like crazy people and shot a bunch of different shots, and then edited it all together. And 15 hours later, you have the video. You can check that video out, by the way. It's on alltabme.com. It's right on the front page. It's called I Surrender. It's also on the YouTube channel. You can go to the website to find that. And so yeah, give it a chance though. I mean, I know it's Celine Dion, but I think some of the shots came out pretty cool. I don't know. It was fun. It was interesting because we were very limited. The beta still doesn't have all the emotes. It still doesn't have. There's no first-person camera.
First-person camera. Yeah.
So it was very difficult to try to figure out how to do a lot of the angles and a lot of the shots, and a lot of it we were lucky where ArenaNet made a lot of smoothing to their camera motion. And so with a steady hand, you can kind of get it to do something that a crane would do, for instance, without needing first person. You just lay down and zoom in, and it kind of gives you a first person, but then you can't move your character. And it was weird, actually. In the beginning, yeah, we had a guy. I was the dude, and then I had to make a girl because the guy, when he laid down, he put his knee up, and if you zoomed in, you had like a kneecap, and I was like, son of a bitch, there's a kneecap in all my shots. Oh, God.
Damn you, kneecap!
No, damn
you, kneecap.
You know what? It was funny because when we were making the video, it was very revealing about the way that the game works and the way that the community works. We were dying on purpose for the video so we could get a shot. I swear we couldn't stay dead for more than 10 seconds. Someone would be running up to us and they're like, I'm gonna heal you, it's okay. And we were like, no, stop fucking healing us. We were like raging on them. And then they would be like, whoa, dude, chill out, what the fuck? That's what the game's for. That's what we know it's for the game, but it's not helping the video. Oh, man.
We're filming.
Every time somebody
people never res an Arcanix member again.
Oh, yeah.
Never, ever. We'll just be sitting there dead forever. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's that first movie.
That was rough. It was really rough. And then I would be sleeping so that I could get the zoomed-in camera, and people would run up to me to see if I was dead and try to res me, but I'm just sleeping. I'm like, no! I'm not even dead! God damn it, stop helping.
They must have been new players. At least they got the right idea, though. I mean,
no, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it goes to show that they
we
did a
do
really good
encourage
job at,
rezzing dead players.
Yeah, they did a really good job at
unless you're
promoting
Tristan.
it. Except if you're me.
Because he's probably filming something. So get out of the way.
For all of our guild members, never res Tristan. It's now a rule from our other officers.
I make it very obvious when I'm filming. I'll rename my character like Camera 1 or something. So.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
We had straightforward names like that.
I mean, your name was like Female 2.
Hopefully people will realize.
Or Male 2.
Yeah,
like,
Male 1.
I was like
Male
Camera
2,
1.
Yeah.
I mean, if people didn't catch on then I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you about that then.
Baddies.
So.
They're all baddies.
But anyway, after we finished that and we had no sleep and we were dead tired and I fell asleep at 5 a.m., we jumped into some sPvP, I think, that's what I did. I don't know. What did you do, John?
I don't know. As people know, I've said to other people, I'm more of a World v World kind of guy instead of sPvP. So I did a lot of PvE at the beginning, just trying a couple of different classes.
What do you think about the new Sylvari and the Asura?
Yes. I don't like the rat people. I do not like the rat people at all. Unless you punt them. So
You can.
I
punt
love
them.
my Sylvari though. I think they look awesome. What?
Complete opposite. I actually have the complete opposite view. I love the Azuran race, and I absolutely hate the Sylvari race. I don't see it. I don't see what's so cool about playing a plant.
Okay, so I thought
really don't.
I thought it was really cool that the plant people. I'm gonna get yelled at. They're gonna yell at me in the comments. I know the Sylvari. I just thought it was very interesting.
I'll start correcting
that
you.
the iceberg lettuce people had like glow effects to their veins, and in the character creation you could turn off the lights, and it was really cool because if it turns nighttime out, all of a sudden your character looked 100% different. So that was a very interesting feature of those guys, but I don't know. I just can't run around looking like that. As for the Asura, aka rat people, I thought they were fucking adorable. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
thank you.
I've been ragging on them since day one. But when I went in there and I saw the big Mickey Mouse ear hair, I was just like, oh my god. And then you get on them. Their animations just feel so good when they're like skittering around, and their dodges are like little jumps, and then they jump and they're like whoa, and they almost fall because they're a little tiny. Oh man, I love them.
And the fact that I could make an Azuran that was really, really tiny, and he had a giant blonde fro, that definitely sold me on the race right there.
Yeah,
Just
we
the
had
fact
like
that I
four.
could
We had like
come
4 or
on.
5 people in our guild with fros. There's like short
Loved
little
it.
people, like 2 feet tall with giant afros.
Yeah.
running
I
around
loved it.
all
I loved
weekend.
I refused to wear a helm the entire time I was playing an Azuran because I wanted that fro shown at all times.
There was a
You know what, though?
lot
I'm
of
not-
Asura in our guild. Like a majority of people decided that they were going to play Asura, and I'm wondering if they made the Asura a little bit too cool looking. Like they feel good. Like the way that they run and the way that their weapons and attacks move, they just feel good to handle. Which is like it's the opposite of
They
the
do.
Norn. Like for instance, people are like, "Oh, I play the Norn and I feel like I'm running at a really slow pace and everything feels clunky."
That's because they're so tall.
Right, but
Yeah.
then if you play a Charr, you don't feel the same way. So it's like that the Norn are getting like
Yeah.
put in the weird corner, and then the Asura are like perfect.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still going to main a Charr. I have decided I'm not going to make my Ranger an Azuran, but a Charr. And when I was still running on 2 legs, it felt like I was a Norn because I usually choose the larger size Charr, and I felt too big again. But when I was running on all 4s, it felt smoother again. I don't know if maybe it was just the height difference being on all 4s and running like that, but when I'm running, shooting around, it feels a little sluggish. But when I'm just running in a straight line on all 4s, it feels good again. I know it's the same speed either way, but it just, I don't know, something about it. It did still feel clunky when you're tall and big and running on 2 legs.
The 4, I give you that. The 4 is where it feels fast, and if you're not on 4s, you're like,
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Yeah.
so.
I have to say though, I rag on the rat people a lot, and I like to kick them around in Keg Brawling, which I think we'll talk about later. But they are really cool. I probably roll one of those over a Charr. I'm not feeling the Charr, and I like the Asura architecture. I really like actually some of it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was actually that was interesting. The beginning thing about the beginning area, like the your intro for the Asura and the Sylvari. I made sure to check that out right after we were done filming, and I really liked the Sylvari's intro. It was very like, whoa, epic. Like you really felt involved in it. Like I don't know, you wanted to go out there and do something cool, and you felt like you were in this dream that they were trying to do, and you felt like you were fighting epic monsters. And then I made an Asura, and the dialogue was paced a little bit slow, and basically they were like, we like to build things, so therefore we have this little... It would be perfect for you, because they're like, we have crafting. The end. What? Like the Sylvari, it's all like, we're plant people,
right.
and we will fucking stick our seeds into the ground and kill the monsters of the doom, and we will photosynthesize the demons down from the light sun things, and blah, 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 blah. And then this is my story. And then the little Asura are like, hey, I got +2 crafting. Like, what the hell?
Oh boy. I like
Oh, and I
it.
have a
I
robot.
still
Beep
like
boop, beep
it.
boop, beep boop, beep boop. I don't know, man.
Well, the story I had was all about obtaining knowledge, though, with the Azuran. It was all about figuring out what he wanted to pursue knowledge-wise, and not just I'm gonna build things. Oh, fine, all right.
No, I got
I'm not
it.
gonna spoil it for anyone else.
No,
Tristan's
spoil
already
away.
bored. But excuse me. But I
Spoilers.
really did enjoy.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Tag. But it's the first 2 seconds. Anyways, it was about the obtaining of knowledge and how to pursue said knowledge more so than I'm gonna make a big robot. I'm making a Gundam. You know, it was, I don't know, it was a little bit more in depth than just I'm gonna build things. It was about obtaining, and you'll see a lot of people making jokes about the master race, and yeah, that's kind of what they are aiming for.
Don't get me
kinda
wrong.
funny.
I think out of all of the spoiler alert bosses in the beginning, the Asura have the coolest one. Holy crap! Little blocks turning into like what was Johnny Five? That's totally what it looked like to me. Asura, Johnny Five, we're alive and kill you. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. That thing was freaking sweet. So.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, Keg Brawls, man. Let's just do it up, man. Keg Brawls. Talk about it, John.
Cool.
Oh,
Keg Brawling is the coolest, and you're getting raided by the cops. Keg Brawling is the coolest minigame ever, I think, so far. Well, we haven't seen any other ones. There's supposedly a lot of minigames hidden around everywhere. This one is located in Holbrook, the Norn capital. And you're basically brawling over kegs of ale, in short. You have two teams, and you basically go at it. You get custom, weapon skills, where your weapon skills would be. You basically kick and punch the crap out of everybody else, trying to grab the keg. It's like Kill the Carrier, basically, with two teams.
yeah, but it was amazing
And you're
because
trying
it
to get your
started
keg
like
back
a PvP game.
Yeah, it did. It was all, legit and everything. You get in there, and then it's like, all right, now punch this guy in the face and take his keg of ale, basically.
You would pass it and shit. Like,
you got in there.
You actually had to do, football shit. You were like, okay, I'm going to stand right here. I'll block. All right, he's blocking. All right, cool, I'm running. Oh, shit, I dropped it. Fumble. Oh, my guy's behind me. Recovery. And it's like, what? And you're getting achievements for this shit, and you're like, yeah, this is badass.
You're parting people.
Yep.
Yeah, ArenaNet did announce that on launch there was going to be at least 30 of these different activities in game, and planning on making a lot more. So there's a lot to look forward to. I mean, this is just one, and it is a lot of fun.
It was
but there's a ton of them.
And Red Team
Yeah, we
always
spent
won.
a good, 1-2 hours doing that? Yeah.
Red Team seemed to
Well,
have
see, it's
dominating everything this weekend. If you were on the Red Team, you were guaranteed a win. Doesn't matter if you were at
see, that didn't
SPvP
happen.
in
It's
the end of the
unfortunate.
world or in the Keg Brawl. It was like Red Team wins.
Unfortunately, we didn't get into the same one, though. So, we were in a different match or whatever. It didn't give you an option to pick, the room like you do in sPvP. So, we all went there as a group, as a guild, and we kind of got thrown into different games or whatever. But it was definitely a lot of fun. Blue team won in my game a lot. So, yeah, blue team.
Yeah, I would have loved to. I would love to have a selection to queue up with your buddies, kind of like SPvP. But John, and I know Bruce will disagree. Bruce will disagree with me, but whatever. Anyway.
Yep. But it would make a lot of
I will?
sense in the minigame. I mean, because it's a minigame. It's for fun. You should be able to queue with your team or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like
That's what I think.
PvP where it's crazy. So.
You're just screwing around, basically.
Just to get to play devil's advocate for a second. I mean, the fact that you can get achievements and rewards, that's why they don't want people to make their own personal teams, so you farm award. A lot of people will do that. So that's why they keep it at a hot joinable and yada yada. Debbie Downer, I know, but
Yeah.
like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not foreseeing unless they make it achievementless or awardless, they will not make it.
It's understandable.
No,
I understand
Thank
where
you.
they're coming from with
it's
that.
not.
Thank you. I'm getting that evil look from Tristan of why the fuck you
Yeah.
screwing this up for me.
Hey, hey.
That's the look I get every time. I feel like I just hit a whammy.
As you should. If you're watching the stream and not listening to it, if you look below, what is playing right now is montage footage of our guild event. We decided earlier on in the week, we started a thread and we were like, hey guys, what do you think is the coolest thing that we should do? And we got let's go into sPvP and go fight each other as a team, as a guild. And so we did that. That was fun. It was awesome. And we have video footage. We'll post it later. Then we were like, well, why don't we go, questing? And we were like, I don't know, questing, we're going to lose all of our experience. And then we were like, well, why don't we go do World v World? And we're like, oh, World v World's fun. Well, why don't we go do World v World naked? Oh, naked World v World's even more fun. But why don't we all do it as Mesmers? Whoa, massive clones. So,
yeah,
we decided on that. However, by the time we decided to do
we never
that,
actually got there.
Yeah. So we all made Mesmers. We made Charr Mesmers, as you're seeing below. And I don't know, what do we have, like 30, 40 people on with us?
At least 30.
Something like
yes.
that. At least 30 people, yeah.
So we all got there, and we're making them, and we're just kind of sitting in town waiting for everybody to get there. And as we're sitting in town, we realize that we're starting to draw a crowd. So we're all on Mumble. They're not on Mumble. So we're like, hey, why don't we see that guy right there? He's called, Bart. Let's circle him now. And so all the Mesmers just like circle him, and they're all Charr, and they're just like, and the guy's like. Like deer in the motherfucking headlights, like didn't know what to do. Was like, holy shit, mind fucking blown. Why is Fraps not on right now? Like, and then we would be like /sleep on 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, poof, and everybody was sleeping. Oh, dude, we just had a good
with fluffy tails.
Time. Yeah, it was very interesting. So we rolled out with all the Mesmers, and we were supposed to go to World v World, but the servers were full at that time. Like all the servers were just overflowed. So we were like, okay, we'll never get 40 people into World v World right now, so why don't we just run around and just do random shit? So we ended up we were going to go to the Asura starting area?
Yeah, we got as far as the capital city.
Yeah, so we got as far as the capital city, the Asura, and right as we got there, an ArenaNet guy popped up. And we were like, ArenaNet guy? What? Ooh. And so I'm trying to like skip through on the video right now. Somebody explain what happened when the ArenaNet guy got there.
So what happened was we're goofing around in the capital city of the Azurans, and we're getting up in lines and we're doing our salutes, and we found another guy that was all excited that we were there and asking us questions. They're like, oh my god, what's going on? And no, we're just having fun. And ArenaNet guy comes up and we see his tag, and it's like, let's swarm the ArenaNet guy. Let's see what happens. And so he, we're following him and stuff. We're kind of circling around him. We're doing our salute, our sleep. We're doing our kneel before him and everything. We get in our line and give him a little show of what we're doing. And I started talking with the guy, and it's just like, hey, we're from altabby.com, talking to him, and he was just really excited. That's like, oh man, I'm so happy. This actually made my day. I'm so glad to see that you guys are enjoying it. Of course, we all thanked them for all the work that they're doing. But one of the things is, he went off and did his own thing, and then a different ArenaNet guy came over and started hanging out with us. And he actually re-rolled a Charr, made a similar name to all of us, and actually followed us for good, 45 minutes to an hour,
right?
Doing all the events that we were doing.
So our names, by the way, were all an iteration of IL, just to confuse the crap out of people more. Because we thought we were going to go to World v World, and we thought we would have massive amounts of clones, and we were basically doing that to troll our own server. But we never actually made it there. So anyway, so he made it. He made a character. And at first his name wasn't right, and he's like, and he got in the party with us, and he was like, hey, do you mind if, you guys mind if, should I go re-roll? I'll go re-roll. I'll be right back. And so he like re-rolled and did IL, And then he had the Charr just like us, and he's like, what are the okay, cool. And he copied everything we did, and then he rolled around with us literally for the entire hour and a half. And then once everybody split up, we ended up, like, I don't know, a group of 10 of us ended up going to a bar brawl type thing. We just went up to this bar and we were just brawling, faking it, and like there was like a cool Vista thing that you could do, and so we went to the Vista and you could see it, and it would fly by as everybody was fighting, and right as we were there, all of a sudden we hear in the general chat, I tried to go back to work, but I couldn't. So where'd you guys go? He came back because he wanted to come play with us again. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
So I mean, that's just you know, you can get like I guess you can get like fan crazy where you're like, oh man, ArenaNet was chilling with us. Oh my God, they're like gods. No, I look at it like this. This guy had work to do, saw that we were having fun, wanted to join in on the fun. Their gaming atmosphere at their office is such where they allow that to happen, and you know what? Everybody in our group got a kick out of the fact that we got to run around with one of the developers doing stupid shit. And he was enjoying it with us. You know what I mean? Like, he even jumped on our mumble and he was like, okay, good, because I don't want to be the only one standing when you all /sleep on 3. So it was just nice to have him come around, and you know, he was talking to us about what he does, and it was just, you know, it was humanizing is what I'm looking for, and that's nice. You know, a lot of times developers, you know, video games, they take a very God approach to it, and it's like, you know what, you're making a fucking video game. We're all here to play it and have fun. You know, you don't have to separate from the community. You can actually join the fucking community. That's why we're all here. So that was interesting to see, and it was a freaking blast too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are watching this, thank you. We appreciate it. It was nice hanging out with you guys, and you know where to find us later on.
Yeah, for real.
Thanks a lot.
That was a good time, and thanks. Our whole guild was ecstatic. They were like, "Oh my God, I'm reading that guy."
Yeah, they were so stoked. They were so happy.
Yeah. It put a top.
We were like holding him at bay. We're like, relax, don't talk to him, just relax.
Yeah,
well, it put a top
you have to leave him alone.
We, you know, we couldn't get into World v World, so we were kind of bummed. And then, like, you know, ArenaNet shows up. That made it a little better, you know. So
we couldn't get into the Charr starting zones either because there was too many overflows. So then, you know, we just ended up rolling with him and looking for cool places to do stuff, to take screenshots and kind of scare people and wow people and stuff. Because I don't remember if it was you, Bruce, or one of our other guild members was noticing when we were first gathering in the Charr areas, we literally had some new people that I think were just like brand new to the game, and they just walked in and saw this, and they were literally totally shocked and confused, didn't know what to do when they saw like 15 or 20 of us like all sleeping at once. Everything, they were literally so like confused. They were just standing there looking at us like, what the hell is going on? It was awesome.
It was so funny.
I was laughing. It was great.
If you want to see some awesome screenshots from the event too, you can go to alttabme.com, and I believe in the general Guild Wars 2 forum there's a screen.
We have a thread for it.
Yeah, there's a thread for the screenshots from the event. So they came out pretty cool too. Like we got a really great shot of everybody on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cue that up real quick. There was a moment where we all ran up to the top of the diving board in Lion's Arch. Oh, my God. So there's a vista point on Lion's Arch that does this great camera motion around the vista of the diving board. And so we all ran up top, and we all got in line, like naked and online, to go up and dive. Like, literally, fucking 50 Charr, naked and online, ready to go. And,
all the same exact Charr too.
Yeah, same exact thing. Everybody looks the same, and this is what happened. So we hit the vista, and everybody just started diving one after another, and we got this amazing shot that you're seeing right below right now. And that was like the best. To me, that was like one of the best moments of the night. So.
It was so funny the entire time.
The thing I like to mention, though... Oh, go ahead.
The entire time we're just standing there as naked, as our Charr. And we're like, we're just kind of standing here in a line, and people actually start coming up, and we're like, "No cutting in line, no cutting in line. What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, sorry, man." Walk back down. It's just
yeah. People actually listen.
I think that's really like so far. I mean, we'll see how the release goes, but just the community and the devs and everything. It's so great that everyone just jumps in because we literally had 3 or 4 different people coming up to check out the diving board, and you had like 4 Charr just scream out, "No cugging, get in line," and they were all like, "Oh, sorry," and they literally walked back down to the end of the line behind all the Charr and waited until we finally like started moving. It was the best. Whoever was out there, if you're watching, whoever was out there, thanks for playing along because it was a lot of fun.
Yes. Although that one Asura, there was this one Asura that ran up with his buddy, and he was like, "I love cutting, ah!" And he jumped off, and he's just like, "Ah, suckers!" So you just see like a bubble, suckers. It was great, dude.
It's good times.
There's just like these little moments in the game that I don't know. It makes this game very fun and very unique to what happens. So that's kind of why we changed our topic and we just wanted to kind of shoot the shit today is because there was so much cool stuff that happened, and it's like the Asura, the Sylvari, the idea of actually seeing them all together in the world was very cool. Actually seeing getting into a PvP battle and all of a sudden you're fighting these little rat fuckers, and then you have these plant people too, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. Everybody looks different, and then these guys are tiny, and I gotta look out for this, and it changed the dynamic of the game a lot, and it worked, which was nice to see. Because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about those little guys running around everywhere. They're gonna probably be annoying in PvP. You're not gonna be able to see them or something, and I don't know. It still felt good.
There's still a couple of spots where an Azuran could hide better than a Nord in the structure, like behind barrels and stuff. But but I mean, a simple tab target will be fine. And if you know anything about the bushes in Warsong Gulch, for stealthy and stuff of that sort, you'll be used to it anyways.
That was like
shouldn't be a big issue.
The one video I did a long time ago, and I had 2 gnomes hiding in bushes launching fireworks. It was amazing.
I remember that.
It was amazing.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. They were my firework launchers. They
Yeah,
couldn't be in the
there's
movie,
definitely a lot of
but
places
they can
like
launch fireworks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to see all the races out together. Well, everyone noted there was a lot of Asura, like everyone seemed to love them. It was definitely spread out more evenly because the first 2 beta weekends there was only human, Norn, and Charr, and there was a lot of human and Norn, and not a lot of Charr. So, I played a lot of World v World on Sunday, and it was just awesome to see, all kinds of different races fighting together and everything like that, in the castles and everything. So I think that was a lot of fun.
World v World this weekend was not good, man. We got some sort of alliance happened between the 2 servers that we were fighting, and they were like, "Oh, we're fighting Saros Furnace? Fuck them bitches!" Boom! 2 servers just annihilated us. Like we held our points. Like we kept in the battle, but barely. And it was 2 servers that allianced and just hit us from 2 fronts, and they weren't killing each other. They saw each other and they would ignore each other. It was like, fuck. So it was rough.
Well, I know you didn't play World v World on Sunday, but it was better on Sunday. And there was a rumor going around that Green, which was, I believe, Yak's Bend was one of the servers we were up against. It was Green. They had 6-figure score for a while. They had owned most of everything. There's a rumor that apparently it was bugged, and they started out with, I think, everything captured or something, and a bunch of point bonuses.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
That's the way the World v World started out at the beginning of the weekend, and it seemed like they were all PvPing more than the other servers to begin with. But on Sunday, you guys didn't play. I did. I played a lot with a couple of other guild members. We had a lot of good 3-way battles going on actually Sunday night. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't allianced at all. It was just rolling up. No. It was 3 ways. A lot of 3 ways going on between Anvil Rock, Yak's Bend, and our server, which is crazy. And those 3-way battles can get nuts. I mean, there was golems out there and everything.
Nice.
It was fun. It was good times.
Yeah, I came out there for a minute, and you busted out a ballista, and there was some interesting battles with that ballista going on, man. That was some interesting stuff. Although I swear to God, I have never seen so many arrow carts on top of the walls, as I did this weekend. Is something
Slide.
going on with the arrow cart? Did they make it cheaper? Is it more powerful? What's going on?
I don't know. They're not expensive to begin with. They're like 4 silver compared to like Trebuchet, which is like 16 silver, and they're effective. They have short range is their downfall. They can't shoot that far. But when you have people all clumping up, I mean, because there's not really that much organization, especially in the betas. Like I said, I can't wait for release and guild organization and stuff like that. But when you have everybody clumped up at a gate and it's right next to the wall, I mean, it's right there, so it's in range. You just rain down arrows, and they're really effective. There's a bleed shot for that with arrows. There's a crippling shot with that for arrows, I think. So, like, you can cripple them and then just start bleeding them with the arrow shots, and it's pretty effective, like, especially when you have people, like, purposely grouping up, like, next to the gate and everything. They kind of sit there for you, and you just rain on them. I think that's why everybody uses them. So
yeah,
once
the
people
arrow
figure
card...
that out...
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, once people figure out how it works a little bit better, I think they'll be able to spread out and avoid it a little bit more.
Yeah, the arrow cart is made specifically to be used against players. It's not supposed to be used against walls or other siege weaponry or anything like that. It's made specifically to kill people, and especially small groups of, you know, the AoE shot, it's relatively big, and if you find a tunneling arrow, like a bridge or something, and you keep that arrow cart AoEing right on that bridge, you're going to kill a lot of people. So that's the thing. It's very good for a close to medium range on a tower where you get that slightly longer range because you're on higher elevation, and you just rain down on people. That's the whole point of the arrow cart. And it's cheap, low supplies, and very effective.
Wait, are you trying to say you can't shoot an arrow cart at a wall?
You can, but it'll be like me
sitting
sitting there and auto-attacking.
Yes, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, it's like attacking a gate without a siege ramp.
The
It's
wooden
not gonna
arrows don't
anything.
do damage to the stone walls? Damn it! ArenaNet, fix this right now.
I know.
God.
Walls are overpowered.
Fix your shit.
Oh, boy.
Then there was a new PvP, new sPvP map. I know that Bruce liked it. So I'm going to let Bruce talk about that, otherwise I'm going to go negative on this shit.
All right. It has a similar element to World v World, where both ends have a gated area, and you can bust down the door to get inside and get the key floor, just like you have the Sylvari and the Chieftain in the Forest Niflhel. It adds 25 points to your top cap, but you don't get any other buffs out of it. But the thing I really liked about this map, it's not so much that PvE
Wait,
element,
what are you talking about? It's
but
100 points
the...
if you kill the Keep Lord, dude. It's 100 points.
Is it 100 points?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am positive.
Oh.
It's 100
Really?
points if you kill the Keep Lord.
Oh.
That's why you spawn when you die right next to it.
I must have misread or misclocked the points. Anyways,
points.
that's not the... all right, 100 points. Okay, that is a little bit more intense and definitely more worthwhile to do. But the the PvE element of it, I'm a little less in favor of. But the big thing that I love about this map are the locations of the nodes, and the center node is huge. It's like in previously, if almost all the nodes and all the other maps, you can dodge roll from one end of the node to the other end of the node, and that's it. In this one, you can dodge roll about 4, and that's the size of this arena of a node. We had probably just in our guild joking around in sPvP, we would have 4-on-4 fights inside that node, and we would all be staying in that node fighting for it. And I'm really excited for that, because that's giving people the illusion of an arena event more so than we're just going to give you an arena, go kill everyone. It's played into the match itself, and that's why I really like this map. Everything else about it now, my thoughts about it are slightly skewed because of the 100 points, but it's still a good map. Don't get me wrong.
Here's my problem. Really good teams. This is what they can do. This is I can picture it already. You got 2 professional teams. This is what's going to happen. 1 person to each node. They're going to send 3 people out. Those people are going to duel on those nodes for the 3 capture points. Then the rest of the people are going to rush the Keep Lords and it literally takes 3 people total, three people to take down a Keep Lord. And let's say you use your elites. For instance, we went after the Keep Lord. I popped my Time Warp while we were all doing casts and stuff, and that makes your attacks go back like that. We literally took down the Keep Lord by rushing through the guards. There's 4 guards, and we rushed through the 4 guards right to the Keep Lord, ignored them, killed the Keep Lord in, I believe, under 10 seconds. Nothing you can do can stop that. Even if you wipe at that point, you now have 100 points. I just have a problem. Okay, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to put it so that it spreads people out and it makes you want to go do different objectives and you don't just have to hold points. However, I go to PvP to fight people. I don't go to PvP to fight monsters. And while it's interesting to fight, you know, the NPCs and have the people attacking you, it's also really annoying because, like, you know, the NPC does its natural attacks and you know what it's going to do. And so when you're trying to attack, when you're trying to defend now against a person, this thing is not going to untrain off of you because it's an NPC and it, you know, you can't dodge an NPC's line of sight. It just doesn't work. I don't know. There's just a lot of aspects of the new PvP map that I didn't like. I did like the fact that it was a little brighter and the trees and it looked pretty. And I liked where the points were. Yeah, I know, right? I go right for the aesthetics. But I liked how the points were like in a straight line, so you could run literally right through one another. Like at one point we were capping like this, and then we'd run back, cap again, and we were like, both teams were missing each other. And then you'd always meet in the middle, and that was really cool. But there was also some weird stuff in that one where like there was stairways to nowhere, and so like every now and again you would make a left, and you're like, oh shit, and you'd have to go back down and then make the other left, and it was, I don't know, some of the design on that was a little weird to me, so a little wonky. I don't know. It just didn't feel as polished as the other maps. Like when we got into the other maps, everybody was very happy to play them. Everybody was very excited because we got to fight each other, and I don't know. It just felt like there was more teamwork in the other ones versus the guild, the Keep Lord.
I think the other thing is we had 2 full weekends to play the other 2 maps. We knew what to do in those maps. We knew how to get around in those maps. And we knew, you know, not the high end, oh my god, we know exactly where people are going to be at all times for choke points. But I mean, we know roughly where people are going to meet up and we're going to have our battles just because that's where our paths cross. In this map, you know, we're all still learning the map, you know, we're all still trying to find our niche spots, you know, I'm still trying to find my high altitude sniping spot from my ranger. I didn't quite have that yet. But it's I think it'll grow on us over time, especially after launch when we have the maps and it's not just on a constant one map, then next map, then next map, then next map, then next map. You know, maybe it'll have a somewhat more randomized system.
Instrument emotes for it.
We'll get to learn maps on a little bit more intuitive form. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I don't know. I see what you're saying. I don't know if it's gonna work out that way though. I mean, we'll get to see. So. Fingers crossed, indeed. Hold on.
Well, that wasted a bit of
I'm
your time.
looking for the footage to have like in the background here.
As we watch your music video for the umpteenth time.
I know, right? I feel like it's getting a little...
With no music, so people are like, what the frick is this thing?
Yeah, I feel like it's getting a little too much.
What is going on?
It does still look really pretty. I mean, if you've seen it once, you can kind of tell what part of the song it is still. So it's, you know... I surrender.
There we go. Now we'll have some PvP in the background.
There you go. That's better.
So, but that actually, and that's the map right down there. Is the map of what's the new one called?
Faux Fire?
Faux Fire. Yeah.
Legacy of Faux Fire.
Yes.
Faux Fire.
Yes.
Also, there was some weird sound effect when you got into the game. It sounded like shields being smashed or something. It was really weird. Like you'd hear like a clink, 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 and it was like very unprocessed sounds, and then it was like, you'd look around, and normally in the game, like, sounds are very relative to what's around you, and you're in, like, this cage, and you're like, so what was that?
You'll actually see at the very start of the game, right when you enter it, the gates are actually closing on you.
Okay.
The gates that open up, that's actually what that noise is. The gates are closing on you. So that's why. Right. Now you know.
This is me rocking
a
warrior on my Mesmer, by the way, because I was kicking serious ass this weekend on my Mesmer. I was rocking the staff. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was rocking the staff and the sword and the pistol. Oh man, I was just ripping face. It was amazing.
Fuck Mesmers.
Oh, it was awesome.
Staff and the greatsword.
Oh, it was amazing. Watch, I'm gonna die in this one or something. No.
This coming from the Mesmer. This coming from the Mesmer who just figured out today that he could put the sword in his offhand.
I did. So I just found out that you could have two swords. I had no idea you could dual sword, and I still have not tried it, and it's making me really upset because I would have loved to have made a build with dual swords. I was always wondering because there's some traits. There's some traits.
Wait to not read any of the guides or any of the wikis we post or any of the information we give you. We spoon feed it to you, and you still don't read it.
I couldn't believe it.
If he didn't realize right now he's blinded by butterflies, so it just doesn't work. He can't read anything.
We put in so much work to give him knowledge, and he just doesn't take it.
Oh, I take it.
Oh, man.
God. Take it like a man.
I take it.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Good times. Good times.
I need to see. I'm gonna have to go look at a video with the offhand sword because I want to see the offhand sword illusion. Apparently, it's pretty badass. But I've never seen anybody run it, so I guess I'm not the only one that doesn't know about this.
No, they all know. They just don't like it.
You're the only one that didn't know.
I liked it. Whatever. I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed this weekend a lot because it was a lot more relaxed, especially because we all knew that we were going to get wiped. We all knew that we had something to look forward to, which is obviously the game releasing, and you know, we had our guild there, and man, it was nice to see the guild influence go up. Woo! And
yeah.
Bruce, you want to talk about it a little bit? Crazy. Talk about some of the new features that we figured out.
I splooched my pants a little bit this weekend when I really got looking at the guild influence. Thank you, all you guys who are participating and building that up, because you are making my life so much easier on this thing. The fact that now we're getting so much influence because we have so many people playing, and we're all playing together, which makes it grow even faster. But now we figured out we can speed up the time that it takes to these things. You can literally spend influence to make it finish faster, and oh my god, we were just busting out perk after perk after perk because of all the influence we had, and I'm so excited for launch that I feel so good right now.
It was nice too because we got to also pick out a guild emblem, and we didn't actually have to wait that long to do it. While I was getting some really cool stuff for the guild. I mean, I didn't look at your like Gaiwan's guide of amazing, but for just
secret guild chart of amazing, yeah.
Right? But just for
it's not so secret. It's in a public forum, so
for randomly clicking on different things, it was, you know, I found that it was very nice, and we got things quickly and unlocks things quickly, especially like the guild bank and stuff like that. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Because everybody was kind of not knowing what to do with their stuff. They were like, should I send it to you? And then, oh, and the guild cap, which was really nice, is set to 500 now if you have 10 gold.
Wow.
We are never going to do that, ever. Ever.
Ever.
But we will be allowing all friends and family in now if they apply and they're not shitty. And every now and again, maybe we'll let someone else in too. Like the guy that ran with us in the Mesmer run. He was a little Asura, and he followed us for the whole event. He was so funny, this little guy. And so he applied right after, and we were like, sure, come on in, dude. So, it's funny, dude. He made it better for everybody, so.
Yeah, it was really funny when we were sitting around the campfire. He was a little Azuran dude, and he just he was laying down in a little fire, so it looked like we were about to feast on an Azuran that was barbecuing in the campfire. It was amusing. He did some funny things. He was like our pet bunny.
He was our pet.
So the certain mascot.
Yeah.
And he would run around with us with a little. I think he was a warrior, so he'd have like the banners, and he'd be like. Yeah. I could be completely wrong, and it might have been another one, but I did see a little Asura falling around with the mat banners.
We picked up a bunch of followers, so...
Yeah, we had a bunch of people poking around.
Well, and then we played
Yeah.
target practice
Well, I mean-
with them and stuff. That was fun when we were launching the bombs at them. So that was
Yeah,
good.
we in the starter Charr zone, we were using the cannon in one of the events to play a little shoot the Charr, and we were just goofing around. It's like, okay, if you get hit, / sleep, and we're all jumping around, we're all goofing around, and people are like, oh my god, I got hit, sleep. So, just some of the silly things.
Well,
we
the
do.
best part, the ArenaNet guy was with us on that one. And he actually he was playing along with the rules. He got nailed by a bomb, and he's like, sleep. I was like, that's awesome. So,
Yeah, that's great.
But
Oh my god, you can see some of the combat now. We're all fighting these the worms and the little hyenas.
Purple everywhere.
One of the silliest things we've done yet. I'm very excited to do more of these events.
Yeah, it was good. And that's what I look forward to with the game in general, is the fact that everyone just randomly joined in like that, even the developers. I mean, that's awesome. We had a few comments, people just being stupid, but for the most part, you ran by people, and if they wanted to join, they ran with you. I mean, people were getting into it. That's what I like, that it's just everyone sort of coming together and joining up. So you can start some pretty crazy events that way, I guess.
Yeah.
It should be fun. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Release is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, my cheeks hurt from smiling so much this podcast. So many good memories already.
well, I'm seriously.
And that was only beta weekend.
I need some fucking sleep, man. I'm still tired.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to happen.
Oh, boy.
I'm okay right now because I have videos to edit. I have content to push out. The minute that's gone, I'm going to be like, guys, I'm not feeling so good.
Where's my Guild Wars?
I need Guild Wars right now. That's when I'll just start
that's
streaming the
funny.
replays
Thanks.
and watching them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's me all day. That's just what I'll be doing. So yeah, but, and I can already tell that people in the guild are getting the withdrawal too. They're like, "What do you guys want to play? There's got to be another game. We can play another game." And now that I've played Guild Wars 2 again, this is the time when I never want to ever play another game ever again. So I'm just like, nope.
No.
Hit me up in 2 weeks when I'm
Not
really
happening.
bored, and maybe I'll play some Blacklight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a bad time for me to buy a brand new laptop because I don't want to install anything.
Yep. It's like, nope,
There's
just
nothing-
Guild Wars.
It's just like I literally just got a new laptop this morning, partially so I could do these podcasts from hotels and shit, and so I can game on the road for the next couple months. But my God, it's like I can't think of anything I want to install.
So you can cyber
it's
with your
depressing.
girlfriend. Don't lie.
Oh, if only.
If only. Just call
Anyways.
her. Anyway.
Awkward. She's gonna slap me for that one later.
Oh, I hope it's a good slap. Yeah, role play.
Crap, she watches these too.
All right. You should have heard what he said before in the other video. Check out podcast number 3. It's a free.
I said
Is
nothing
it 3 or
bad.
4?
No, but it's just a free promotion for us. Everybody's like, "Ooh, what did he say?" Number 3.
I think I did say something one time that you guys like, oh my god, I can't wait until she hears it. And I think we weren't recording on that one. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
I'm trying to think back. I think that might have been like the 3.5 or something like that. One of our get-togethers.
So, did anybody change their idea of what profession they're gonna play?
Not even close.
No. What about your?
No,
Ranger?
I tried 4 more classes this weekend. Couldn't even get past level 4. All I wanted to do was get back to my ranger, get back to what I know, what I enjoy. I mean, I tried the guardian because I think that's going to be my soldier class that I want to play. I tried the thief, and I gave the thief a lot of shit. That's my number 8. And I still tried really hard to get into it. I just do not enjoy the mechanics. I couldn't do it. I did not like it. It's still my shit list, number 8. I will not play a thief whatsoever. And I'm sorry if I'm making any thief lovers out there. I canned stand it. I hate playing against you. I'm going to play one eventually just so I can learn it better so I can kill you guys in PvP.
Not die from the unload of doom.
I'm still going to be a Charr.
Yeah, our thief killers are all like, "Rrr."
Yeah, oh my god. I'm telling you, there's two classes that I hate playing in PvP. Thieves and warriors. I have to play them so I can learn them. That's how I learn all my PvP strategies, is by playing the class itself. So I know how to counter it and what people do to counter me. But I'm going to be playing my Charr Ranger number 1. I'm going to be playing the Engineer number 2, hopefully an Asura and Engineer, and then Human Elementalist, and then from there it kind of trails off. But that's still my top 3, and it has not changed at all.
Okay, all right. I didn't change. I mean,
Nice,
I'm still
nice.
Mesmer. I did try the Necro more in depth this time. I had a lot of fun in PvP. I mean, yeah, in PvP. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, really didn't know what I was doing. Like, literally just smashing buttons, didn't know what I was doing. But
Base roll.
somehow I was up on the top of the chart, so I was like, doing something right. Which makes me wonder about the Necromancer a little bit, but it was fun, and I got
Easy mode.
I started to get okay with the like evil monsters following me around. I was like, all right, you know, if I'm an Asura, then I'm not the only, you know, the monsters aren't the ugliest thing around, so.
They're so cute.
That's awesome.
Oh, jeez.
It was.
Oh, my
it was
goodness.
fun, and I didn't change my mind though. Every time I played the other classes, I was like, let me get back on my Mesmer and fuck with people's brains. So that will be my main. And then, what about you, John?
I don't know. Definitely, I'm gonna say engineer. It's probably gonna end up being that way, but I'm pretty torn between engineer and necromancer. I really like the necro. I think whatever I decide, the other one's gonna be a quick second class. So my top 3 would have to be engineer, necromancer, and ranger. I liked a lot. I like playing ranger a lot. I got over the pets things. The pet seems to be a little. I know people are still complaining about the AI a little, but they seem to be a lot better than they were like first beta
really
weekend.
good, yeah.
So, and I got a lot better with making sure he was kind of stayed healed and everything, and focusing on him a little bit more. So I did all right with that. At least in PvE. I don't know about PvP, but I do like their play style. So
Yeah,
that'd be my top 3. But I think engineer is going to be main.
Yeah, for the Ranger, that's a really big mechanic that a lot of people are not giving it enough respect, is that you really do have to pay attention to your pet. You have to know what all your pet skills are and really manage them accordingly. Your F2 is incredibly important, and just for all you Rangers out there, just please look at all the pets, really, go in depth with them, learn all their 4 abilities, especially their F2. It's a big part of the class. A lot of people are just kind of shitting on them, but use them. Use them good. Real good.
What the fuck? What is that song? I don't even know.
Push it.
Isn't that a song?
Push it real good.
Oh, push it real good. Where are we?
Anyway.
Hey, we can dance on Zacchus.
Everybody's stuck in the
That
middle.
way. There they go.
No! Damn it!
Okay. Wow.
That's enough of that.
YouTube has found that you're using copyrighted material in your video. Blah, 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 blah.
Whoops.
Oh, well. Little dance party in the middle of that one, you know.
Wow, I am not flattering on this camera when I dance, am I?
Oh, you're flattering in general.
That is not flattering.
Super flattering.
It's all the beard. It's all the beard.
It's the beard.
It's all the beard, yes. Epic beard over there.
I feel like I shouldn't
It's
have.
funny.
I shaved like this morning. I should have kept it because it was like whenever I play a game, it just grows faster.
It's that lack of
Game
sleep.
beard.
From all the raging, I'm like, you know, it's just, you gotta have like one of those stringy, you know, like a peg leg, yar, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're turning into a pirate there.
Tristan the pirate.
I think this is how.
So, let's talk about our last podcast here.
Now, you got Bruce going. That's it. It's the end of Bruce.
You was too. I'm very ready for that. You guys ready?
Okay, that's enough.
You guys gotta join our guild.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're recruiting. What's your experience been, matey?
We have enough footage of me laughing. We don't need to do this every podcast. We do not need to do this every time. Oh.
Yeah, we do.
I got this spinach.
Okay, that was really bad.
I need a pipe.
Now you're just killing my beloved childhood character. Now I'm just sad.
Come on, look, there. Look, Photoshop. Boom. Done.
That's funny.
So, okay. Let's get back on track here.
So we're gonna be talking about
the... No, I'm just kidding, sorry. So the game's coming out on August 25th for people that purchased the game. You get a head start. I mean,
I think just about everybody in the guild did.
I think we're all about ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I was actually not. I was thinking that this beta weekend wouldn't be something I'd want. Like, I thought maybe this was just one too many. But with everything they put into it, it was. I don't know. It reinvigorated my the fire. Like, oh man, look at all this new cool shit, and like, oh, I'm ready, man. I'm excited.
Well, I think it was really big for the guys that hadn't played yet, and they really did push out the beta keys for this weekend, and a lot of people were able to start it and try it, and especially a lot of our guildies that didn't get to play beta weekend 1 and 2. Yeah, and just us with we had us, and we had probably about 10 people in the guild for beta weekend 1 and 2. We were playing together, but it was nice going into here and seeing the 30, the 40 people all active, all interacting, all on Mumble, all talking, and that really, that just put the cherry on top of all the anticipation. Like, seeing that community and seeing us all get together and do this stuff, that really made it come home. I'm excited.
No, it was such a different experience than the last time we played, because last beta weekend we didn't have more than 10 people in the guild, so logging in and seeing 60 people like, hey, let's go fucking roll, is like, whoa, this is awesome. Who's doing PvE in this area? Oh, 12 of us. Oh, okay, cool. You want to group up? Sure. Okay, sweet. Who's doing sPvP? All of us. Oh, okay, let's go do that. So that was nice.
Yeah.
I will say that I enjoyed the ranking system in the sPvP a lot this time too. I liked getting all the rewards and stuff. I felt like I was definitely getting rewarded well for playing in sPvP, because normally sPvP is kind of like boring, but it was like, ooh, what cool fucking thing did I get now in this chest? Which obviously I had like the worst luck this beta, and I got all I think focuses and hammers, and I was like, what? And then I even like you can salvage them now so that you can put them in the forge and get different items. And the only item that it gave me that was a token was like a helmet and a dagger, and I was like, this is lame.
But I think you can still put in. Can you put in the 4 pieces and hope for just one random item? I think the token is how you get. No, it doesn't let you do that. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I didn't play.
I don't know
play
the
with it enough, to be honest.
No, I only fiddled after I salvaged everything.
I know I did change my crafting selection though. I'm gonna be doing. I was gonna do Artificer, but I looked at the Artificer once I was in game, and I found the choices to be very kind of lame. That was a weird sentence. Go grammars.
Very kind of lame.
Right, and I think I'm gonna do cooking and tailoring now. I love tailoring because I think it's fun. And my first outfit was the sluttiest thing you've ever seen, and it was amazing. Had like nice embroidery. It was all laced up. My titties were popping out. I was like, yeah, running around with this. Every time I came out of fucking the mist and I looked at my character, I was like, yeah. And I'm not like, I'm not a titty guy, so that's a pretty good compliment. Anything more than a handful is too much. Just saying. This podcast goes in the wrong direction right now.
I enjoyed what I got in my chest. I got my Peacekeeper bow for my ranger. It was a big purple bow with little hearts all over it, and it was kind of nice seeing a big angry Charr with a purple heart bow everywhere. I got a big kick out of that. That was fun.
But
yeah, there's some good looking stuff in there. There's a lot more skins in the game now that they opened up the other two races and all the different items and stuff. I was dual wielding some pretty cool, I guess, Asura and inspired like looking pistols, like futuristic things, which are awesome. I think they're up on the screenshots and on the forums there. So there's a lot of new gear up there as well, like Asura gear and stuff that just look way cool. Yeah. Like for the end event, remember the rifles? Those rifles looked awesome. The ones we had in the final event. Those are way cool. I wouldn't mind having one of those on my engineer, definitely.
Well, what did Waldemar, one of our guildies, he had this rifle that just had this amazing scope on the top. It looked like a sniper rifle that was out of like PlanetSide 2 or something. So cool. Oh my god! Every time you walk by me, I was like,
scope or something.
Your rifle's so cool, man. Oh, it's just fun to look at, the glowing and the effects and just little nuances like that. So. Well, overall, I think we all got a good beta weekend. I'm sure we would all love to still be playing. But August 25th, man, we will be...
One more month!
Running through. Until then, I highly recommend checking out alttabme.com, especially in the next week. We are going to be pushing out a lot of content. We'll put out a story about our guild event along with a lot of screenshots and video. Actually, some of the stuff that you've been watching below is some of that. We have some PvP videos. We have a Machinima video. We have other questing videos. I mean, we have just a lot of content that's fun that people haven't seen yet. So go ahead and check it out. And other than the Guild Wars 2 hangover that I still have, I am very happy with what we got to play, and I'm looking very much forward to when the game releases. Bravo to ArenaNet. Thanks a lot for you guys for coming out and playing with us. That was a lot of fun. Thanks to our entire guild for organizing this weekend and having a good time and helping out those people that were new. Awesome job. Actually, right after this podcast, us three, we are going in and we are going to see and talk about which recruits will be becoming full members. Oh my gods! Anyway, thank you for watching. This is alttabme.com, and this is our podcast. It is weekly. Every Monday, it is live at alttabme.com/live at 5:15 p.m., and then it will be published to YouTube on Wednesday. So tune in. See you next time.